They're talking by the... Oh no, it's not they. It's only Dr. Ecratus. I think most people live for food. Good food is good. I guess I appreciate a lot more if the food is artfully done and tastefully done. I don't know. I look at the presentation, I look at the like what they use and you know, all the details. Details are the importance.
I think you have a lower tolerance for soul food.
No, soul food, I love soul food. I love that very old shop at the Kawaguchi Lake in the ramen place. I love that. Atmosphere was amazing. It's just like old dude in his like house, and we just marched in and just like, hey, cook us ramen.
And he's like, get out of here, white devil.
He was like,
noodles? All right, I'll make you some noodles. Leave my house.
He didn't say get out of here, white.
I don't know what
person.
he said. I don't speak
He was
Japanese.
like, he was like, oh, we don't like. It's like.
I don't know if
I think he said like, oh, no, he didn't. Oh yeah, it's like, where are you guys from? And then it's like, oh, cool. And then the place where the chef was commenting on Ryan's race, not on race, but when we went to like the nicer sushi restaurant, the sushi man was like, so you sure you want wasabi in your sushi? Cause like, you know, winking. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We can have wasabi in sushi. He's like, you sure about this? It's spicy. And it's like, yeah, we good. And then Ryan was like munching them. And then he was like, he was basically talking to himself, but then I thought he was talking to me. So I'm like, sorry, I cannot hear you. What did you say? And then he was like, oh, I was just saying that I never really seen like foreigner eating like wasabi this well.
That guy needs to get out of his, like, out of his house. Because, you know, white people still like wasabi. We can handle it.
Maybe not all people.
Japanese food, as a rule, is not that spicy. I kind of took offense when he's like, you know, oh man, this foreigner can really handle the spice. I'm like, this is the second spiciest. The second spiciest thing in Japanese cuisine is teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki chicken is a spicy?
Exactly.
Alright. I don't like spicy food. I really dislike them. And when he asked like, do you want wasabi? I say yes, because, you know, I want to experience the pure wasabi that is not like, you know, processed, came out of like a little plastic tube and became like a little paste. I hate that. It's like, it's not a real wasabi. It's like there's some little wasabi involved in that tube wasabi, but it's basically like mashed goo. And
most wasabi, depending on like the price point of the restaurant and the pedigree of it, most wasabi is just like flavored horseradish.
Yeah. And I don't like that. Cause like, you should be like, hey, would you like the flavored horseradish? Instead of, do you want wasabi? Because that's not wasabi.
The taste is not dissimilar, but the texture is a lot better.
Texture is very different, and I do taste the difference between the real wasabi and the fake wasabi.
I actually went to Japan yesterday, and I heard legends of the bald, spice-loving white devil. I like
That's pretty good. Cause the reason why the wasabi they use like the fake one, cause they can only cultivate wasabi in certain part of Japan, and the reason why is because it's really, really hard to grow. It's like you have to water them constantly, and I guess it's expensive. And on top of that, if you import that shit, it's more expensive, ain't it? So many places don't use them. I know one of the sushi restaurants that's near us, they use real wasabi, and we are like, yeah, real wasabi.
That place is pretty good.
That place is pretty dang good, despite it's real cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is surprising that place is as cheap as it is for the quality of it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because they didn't put any money into decor of their restaurant.
Having more than like 4 tables.
Like their restaurant, if you go in there, you'll be like, what the heck? The wall is green. It's bright green wall. And like they have like a wall sticker of like Mountain Fuji or something like that. And it looks really bad because they didn't do it well. There's like air bubble in between them. And I think the previous establishment was a cafe or something. So they have like a blackboard on top of like the sushi man's head. And they have like a flowers and stuff like that. And you're supposed to erase it and put like menus in it. But they didn't erase it.
This is an incredibly detailed story of what is just a boring looking restaurant.
It's not boring looking, it's interesting looking because it's like way out of... It doesn't look like a sushi restaurant for sure.
It's fine.
But...
Your standards are so high, girl. Every time I go to that place, I'm just like, gonna eat some good sushi. If you ask me to tell you what's on the walls, I could not tell you what's on the walls. I could tell you what the toilet looks like, but I could not tell you what's on the walls.
Well, you know, I look into details. I'm not picky. I am picky, and also I look into details.
Yeah, you can't say you're not picky and pull out the stuff you're pulling out here.
I am picky, and I look at details. Hand in your homework with clean paper, not a dirty shit
Nah,
paper.
hand in your homework with the answers right.
I don't care if the answer is right or wrong. I could just mark it wrong and then give it to you. But if the paper is dirty, I don't want to touch it. Do. Oh, you scared me, dude. Oh, that should be death upon Fat Funny Valentine.
I don't like to use public restrooms, but often I have to use public restrooms. There's nothing wrong with peeing in a public toilet.
Pooping.
You can poop. If you gotta poop in a public toilet, you gotta poop. But if you gotta pee, you're just, as a man especially, you're just standing there and peeing. I'm not making myself much dirtier. It's not the ship.
The ship?
In the ship, when you pee, your guy's like, oh shit, I gotta take a shower.
Oh, in the game.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, you cannot poop or pee in the ship. Do they just like release it in the water? I think they do. I think I heard that. I think I heard that they're just released in the water.
Yeah, why not?
And then becomes fish food.
I mean, you know, urine's pretty nutrient rich from like a...
It's the poo-poo.
From like a, you know, nutritive soil standpoint.
You gotta release the poo-poo.
You gotta use the hover method for public poop? I don't think you do.
Oh, don't use the hover method.
Just sit down on the toilet. I've probably pooped in like 12 airports.
Oh, fuck!
I've never gotten an ass disease. I always wiped the seat first, but
I don't wipe the seat. I just poop.
Oh shit.
I just pee and poop. I believe. I believe the person before me. I'm a believer. Ooh. I'm a clean ass believer. Ass disease.
Yeah, if you hover poop, you're gonna run into trouble. Eventually. Maybe not on your first poop, maybe not on your 5th poop, but sometime.
If you like to hover, just use the Asian style toilet, and then you have to hover.
They don't really have those in like, you know, LAX.
Ask for it. It's not hard to install.
Excuse me, could you install a hole in the ground?
It's not a hole, man. It's an Asian style toilet. I'm just saying, I hate Asian style toilet. I will just sit and poop and pee. No problem. Unless it's like, you know, you look at it and like, yeah, the place just looks kind of dirty. Then I will hold it in, and I'll use my hotel or house bathroom.
Just use the handicap stall for hover pooping so you can hold onto the rails.
Oh,
wow,
come
look
on,
at this guy.
man.
What if somebody comes in there and they're in a wheelchair or something?
You're now like air pooping. You dangling your ass in the air to poop. That's weird. Dangle ass.
Just poop. It's not a problem.
That should be a slogan, Ryan.
Just poop.
Just poop. It's not a problem.
That's my 2 rules for travel. Anytime you get a chance to eat, you eat. Anytime you get a chance to go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom.
That's very good idea.
It makes you a very easy person to travel with.
My travel, like, #1 thing is that make it easy on the security check on airplanes. I never gotten like, oh, sorry, could you hold on a second? I always just walked right in, like, all right. There was never in my life was like, sorry, could you move aside? We need to do a cavity check. What?
Not a cavity check, hopefully.
But they'll be like, oh, let's see what you have. Oh. Never happened.
It's happened to me once.
Was it a random check or did you get like beep beep?
I think it was a random check. I can't remember. It was really early in the morning, leaving like one of the European events. I think it was because I was bald.
You sure it wasn't like... oh, maybe you had a connection to US.
Yeah, I did.
Alright,
no,
well,
I had
that
a
can
connection to
happen.
Canada, actually.
Alright, I think you got beep beep then.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you forgot your belt. You almost forgot your belt.
I've forgotten my belt going through the metal detector. It rarely sets it off.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
You gotta have like a belly full of coins if you're gonna set that thing off.
I don't like that attitude. You should always take off your belt. Always take off all the medals.
Have I ever held us up in security? Last time you got held up in security because you didn't push through to the metal detector in time, and then like this huge family with 100 kids got in front of you.
Okay, that's not my fault, man. They budged the freaking line. I'm like, alright, let me go in. And then freaking 2 strollers are like, oh, we have strollers. And then they're like, oh, you have strollers? And then they had to push through the strollers through the metal detector. And then they had to rub this cloth on everywhere of the stroller, thinking if it's like nuke or something.
Yeah.
And then they're like, alright. And after the stroller went by, they were like, "Oh shit, the baby needs a stroller. I cannot
put the baby through the metal detector.
I cannot possibly hold this baby of mine." And then the mom just like went through, and then it's like, "Oh no, I have the diaper bag. I need to go out too." And then the dad goes out, and then I'm like, "All right, can I go now?" And then I think it was like the younger sibling. Or not younger sibling, like the older sibling is like, oh, mommy and daddy, hold up. I'm only 10. I need to go through the metal detector because I'm lonely and I need my mommy and daddy.
There should be 3 lines at the airport. You got the one, which is the Nexus Pass. Look, if you pay for the preferential treatment, you should get the preferential treatment. That's my philosophy. The second one should be for single travelers or like couples without children that don't need any extra help. So if you got an elderly person with you or something, you might go in there, or someone with a disability, you might go in there, then you can get the help that you need. But the second line should be
babies.
You know, adults within an age range without children. And then that security line is boop, 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 no problem. Then you have a third security line, and that's for families, new travelers, travelers with special concerns, etc.
Special concerns.
Well, you know, if you're like...
I'm concerned about this issue, you see.
You'll feel like a jerk. I was going to say if you're like disabled or something and you need extra help to get through the security.
Oh, okay.
Then
special need.
Sure, yeah, special concerns would be the more polite way to put it, but if you want to make them seem needy, by all means. That's your prerogative, not mine.
Oh yeah, Imagine Watcher 69 just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Can I be roll out? Oh yeah. I was about to say something, but I think that is a good idea.
I'm not saying families with children should have to wait longer. I'm saying they shouldn't be allowed to make me wait longer.
Just because they have babies.
Exactly.
Well, you know, it was annoying because all my stuff were all pushed out and they were just like lingering in a corner. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get my, you know, bags and everything. And the whole big family was just like, oh, I got the baby. Oh, I got the diaper bag. Oh, I got my mommy and daddy on the other side.
We really, before, we probably can't do it before PAX now. But between PAX East and PAX Prime, we should get a Nexus Pass.
Yeah, I think that's good.
We travel enough that it almost doesn't make sense to not have it.
We don't have to face the family doom.
It's like $100. You know, that's not an insignificant amount of money. But if it gets you through airport security like an hour faster, 6 times a year, I'm okay with it.
And then no big family budging line.
Right, yeah. Because if you got a Nexus Pass for your whole family, shit, you're really keeping the economy afloat, basically.
If you have a baby, do you need to give Nexus Pass to the baby too?
I'm not a policymaker, but I think you should have to. Because then that would mean less babies. But at the same time, I don't think a baby...
That means less baby.
I think if you're under 16, you don't need a passport anyway.
What? No. I had a passport when I was 5.
I think you don't need a passport if you're...
No.
I don't know.
Boop, 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 boop. Roll out, check. Brooftown, thank you for joining Konami Elite. Konami roll out. Nah, man. I know for sure. I had a freaking cutest baby photo of all time. And then I was wearing this amazing, cutest dress in the world. And then I was so young. You know how like a baby, they're basically bald, but they have like the thinnest like hair on their head.
Yeah.
Like
you
I
were
had
5 though.
No, I wasn't 5. I was like 3. And then I had a little hairpin. It was the cutest thing ever. And then I think like I used that for 3 years. That's why I said like I was 5. And we traveled many areas. And I remember...
Sure, maybe you need a passport. I don't know.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Because I remember I was 3 and I had my own passport. And I liked it. I'm like, it's cute. Well, I knew jack shit. But when I was 15, I looked back, I'm like, that's cute.
Hey, I'm not trying to punish families with babies. I'm just trying to say, I think families with babies are wrapped up in their own shit so much that they don't realize that they are inconveniencing other people. And if you just kind of, if they had their own line for things, they could talk about baby stuff, and then we could just get through like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, Ugu Gaga.
Look,
Baby,
you might just, oh, Northernlion, why do you hate babies so much? Look, I pay my taxes. I'm supporting that baby.
That's always your first line.
I get out of the priority seats when a stroller gets on. I get out of the priority seats. I let them have the seat. You know, if we're on the subway, I'll move to give them some room. I'm quiet around babies. I'm very polite around babies. But then the babies start inconveniencing me. When does that baby support me? It never happens.
Babies support you when you get old.
There's no guarantee of that. I pay into my own like Canada pension
plan. Yeah, but then maybe you dropped your wallet, and then that baby might grow up as a person, and then like, hey, yo, you dropped your wallet. Here you go.
17 years ago, when I was 1, an adult Canadian man dropped his wallet in the airport. Now it's my task to return it.
Exactly.
That's extremely unlikely.
But you know, I don't know. I don't like babies. Because they're like aliens to me. When I look at them, I have like the vision where the babies are like, instead of like, oh, cute, it's more like, I'm like, ooh, get that thing away from me, please.
I feel like new parents love their child, but
yeah, because it's a new thing. It's like a new toy.
No, but they have a little bit of misery though, because they're not getting very much sleep, and everywhere they go, they're inconvenienced by having this baby. That's fair, you know. I wouldn't want to push around a stroller all day, every day in like these tight places. That would be really annoying, right? But you chose to have the baby, one way or the other. Why are you pushing that inconvenience back on me? It's not. It takes a village to raise a child. I guess, but where's that child when it comes to raising me if I get old, you know? Or when I get old, I guess. I feel, you know, you gotta own your own baby misery. Because you own the baby. Well, you don't own it. You know what I mean, though.
I don't want to diss about babies anymore because, you know, I was once a baby.
You're over it, though.
Not really. I'm a baby in this household.
I would never take my child on a vacation until they can remember that shit because it's a damn hassle dealing with crying babies. Yeah, exactly.
I was a good baby, man. I never cried or puked.
People are like, oh, you know, you really feel bad for the parents when a baby cries because they have no choice. Well, I mean, they did. They had a choice whether or not to bring the baby on the airplane. I can live with it because I'm, you know, for all that I complain on the internet.
I don't like the baby puke smell.
I'm actually
horrible.
like pretty easygoing in real life. I don't complain that much, but at the same time, you know, you chose to bring that baby into this world.
Oh my god! You're on a different team?
I joined my team right off the bat.
I thought like, oh, that's Ryan. I'm not gonna kill him, and you fucking killed me. Wow.
Sorry.
Sky. Confirmed Kate was once a baby.
You know, I don't find them annoying.
I think I'll have a baby when I find life boring.
That's the worst reason of all time. That is like, that's up there with like, you know, I don't even know. I'm gonna sell my baby for financial security.
Oh, come on.
I should have your baby. I'm bored.
I could have, you know, I don't think that doesn't mean I'm gonna do a bad parenting. Or I'm not saying like, oh, I'm bored today. What should I do? It's not bad. It's more like, you know, I can use some new influence in my life.
Girl, keys are $3.19 Canadian now.
Dang.
It used to be $2.50. Then they went up to $2.69. Now they're $3.19 because of the Canadian dollar.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's work as a conversion rate though.
Yeah, but still, we were getting a discount earlier.
Dang. Canadian dollar is falling hard.
Well,
It's falling hard. I don't like it.
I like it a lot, actually. I mean, I feel bad that my country's economy is like not doing so hot, but as someone who gets paid in American dollars, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but then, I don't know, whenever I buy stuff outside of Canada, I don't like it.
You get paid in American dollars, too.
Yeah, I know. But I just don't like it. I like it when it's just like, you know, no conversion hassle. Just like, bam, bam, done, done. Canadian money is a fake money.
That's just offensive.
Oh, come on. This guy's too good. This is why I invested all my Canadian money into Dogecoin.
Might have worked, I don't know.
I should make a Kate coin.
You could try it if you want to, I guess.
No, it's okay. I think the first thing I would like to try, if anything, would be selling my own t-shirt.
Yeah, that's probably...
I think that'll be the first step.
It's probably a better first step than starting your own cryptocurrency.
Yes.
I gotta convert the money from... Steger, stop! You're trolling, Steger. Says he's gotta convert the money from USD to CAD to pay his taxes. It's still... You're still getting more of it, man. I use Canadian money for Monopoly money because it's cheaper. Wow, this is just getting rude now. It was like 2 years ago that the Canadian dollar was occasionally above the American dollar.
There was 1 year, I remember, I think it was 2011, 2010, 2012? I think it's 2012. Canadian loonie was higher than USD dollar.
Yeah.
By like 2 cents. Or not 2 cents. 0.02 cents. And everyone who lived in Vancouver, they were like, yeah, shopping time. So they all converted their money into USD and went to Seattle and went on shopping. Everyone, literally, during that weekend, they're like, all right, this is not going to last long, guys. And make a conversion right now, and then let's go to Seattle and shop.
As a result of taking their purchases outside of the country, thus drove the Canadian dollar back down and the American dollar back up.
You know, it's cheaper.
It's the free market, baby.
I don't blame them because it is cheaper.
NL and Kate, how much does a $60 game cost in Canadian dollars? It's like 70 now.
Yeah! Rachel K. Blender for singing Yangpa! Thank you for your donation. She said, here, Kate, to have 5 American dollars. Big face. Ah, yeah. American $5 in my pocket.
Whoa, Kate, you got 5 American dollars?
Yeah, I did.
You should frame it.
Why am I gonna frame that? I'm gonna use it. I don't like people framing their money, man. It's like dead money. Make the money flow. Make the money go.
Are you Kevin O'Leary?
No. But it's just the money. Why would you... I don't know. I would rather put it in my bank, or I would rather put it towards me. Not like hang it up in the wall and just like, yes. $5.
Well, people don't like regularly frame their money. If they own a business, they'll frame like the first dollar they got.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a symbolic thing.
I heard. Oh, fuck you. With your shitty, rotten, freaking Meg 7 garbage.
You got a problem?
Yeah, I have a problem right now. With your shitty Meg 7.
Let's not lose a hostage. I would frame the first dollar I got if I ran a business. Because that dollar would motivate you to make more dollars.
It's a coin.
Well, okay.
Good luck with that.
Point. I wouldn't. I'd get it encased in resin then. Ah, shit.
You know what I'll do? I'll put that dollar into my, growing my restaurant to get better.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, you should just put it in like you should put it in an index fund. If that dollar gained 7% year over year, by the time you fucking died, you would have $3 out of it. That's a great investment. That's a 200% or 300% return on your investment right there.
Yeah, but then if that dollar stacks up to 500 of them, that's $500. Bam.
Yeah, but that dollar doesn't stack up to 500.
Maybe it does. Maybe it attracts the other dollars. It's because it's freaking sexy beast.
You gotta put like 499 other dollars with it.
Yeah, but then $499 will get attracted by that $1, and I'll have $500, and then that $500 will attract another $500, and I'll get like another $1,000.
This is why I handle our finances.
This motherfucker always ends conversation. If it's like a finance, he will say something. When he complains, he's like, I pay my tax.
Hey, you know, tax is a real thing, girl. It's the cycle of life.
Just end the conversation and like, I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy.
You deal with your dad saying, you know, I pay my taxes, and then eventually you become your dad.
Because I wasn't happy I got killed by these dudes. It looks like it's a movie. There were like 5 of them in the corridor. That's pretty good.
Oof.
Oh, come on. Someone said, Kate, your knowledge of economy is questionable at best. No. Questionably good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Not framed the first house, his Minecraft money pot. He framed it.
Yo, I'm coming for you, baby! I'm throwing a grenade. Over 40 years, $1 at 7% interest per year would turn into $15. Get your math straight, NL. That's pretty good, actually. I'm throwing a flashbang. But what would that be worth with inflation? That's like 3% annually on average. $15 will only have the purchasing power of like, you know, $11 or something.
That's still, you know, a meal right there. It's the expensive bagel that you're talking about. You can bam buy it.
You're not wrong about that.
Bam, buy it.
Is that gonna do it?
Yes, this is it. Bam, bam, extra menu, bam, bam.